And maybe also reading, reciting aloud, a lot of entertainment resources, entertainment news, and we're family members, FMs and family members and friends, very appropriate and safe and sound, very excellent, fun and good. And of course, and the disclosures and disclaimers, those particular jokes, books, literature, radio shows, television shows, books that are radio shows and jokes and television shows and radio shows and jokes and news articles, those particular news articles and jokes and those particular jokes and radio shows and television shows and jokes, for example, may happen to be, for example, about 0% absolute accurate truthfulness, maybe about 60 or 60% accurate truthfulness, maybe about 99.5% to about 100% absolute accurate truthfulness. Those particular books, radio shows, news articles, books that are radio shows and television shows and jokes, for example, may happen to be about, for example, about 0% accurate truthfulness, maybe about 60 or 61%, maybe 60 or 61% accurate truthfulness, maybe about 99.5% to about 100% absolute accurate truthfulness, for example, and you may want to review and investigate further if you so choose to decide. You may want to review and investigate further if you so choose to decide. Now, laughter and giggle and comment and jokes, maybe reading that aloud is a continuation, or continued of many books that are writing jokes before, after, past, present, future, a lot of entertainment resources, entertainment news. The man, individual, person said, paraphrase, quotation, summarize briefly, a lot of common sense, CS, a lot of common sense, CS, a lot of core resources, CR, so-called common resources, CR, so-called common resources, CR, so-called common sense, CS, so-called common sense, CS, and core resources, CR. A lot of laughter, gig, and comment and jokes. The man, and the person, individual person said, a lot of jokes and bluffing and teasing and joking. And very excellent, fine and good about 100% of the time. Very excellent, fine and good about 100% of the time. Very accurate, very appropriate and safe and sound about 100% of the time. Very appropriate and safe and sound about 100% of the time. Very appropriate and safe and sound about 100% of the time. Very excellent, fine and good about 100% of the time. Very excellent, fine and good about 100% of the time. Very appropriate and safe and sound about 100% of the time. And we're family members, FMs, family members, FMs, family and friends, for example.